everybody, welcome and welcome back again to my amazing space on the internet. It's the girl Cynthia, and guys, I'm back again with another reaction video. Alright guys, so in today's video I'm going to be looking at World War II enemies reunited in the day anniversary. Okay, alright beautiful people, without further ado, let's get right into this video.
This is the tale of two soldiers who have never met and who were supposed to kill each other 75 years ago on this beach. One fighting for Führer and fatherland, Paul Goltz, aged 18 on D-Day. The other fighting for king and country, Harry Reid, barely a year older. You might know him by now. Harry Reid, 95 years old. Age didn't prevent him from jumping out of a plane yesterday, as he did 75 years ago in the first hours of the invasion. He spent most of his life working for the Salvation Army. Forgiveness was virtually written into his contract, and yet when we spoke to him recently about meeting Paul, the German soldier, he was cautious.
I'm not sure what I'm going to say to him. I'm going to have to think about it.
Ooh.
But I do know this. I will accept him.
Aww.
I will accept him. How can I be at odds with somebody? I can't.
Guys, this is about to get interesting.
And whatever words are needing, they will come. They will come.
And then Paul Goltz, 94. He spent yesterday at the German War Cemetery in Normandy, a somber place of black stone crosses, the resting place of the vanquished. I spoke to him on the beach, close to where he surrendered his gun, his freedom and his war to an American tank crew.
And the soldiers, 4 soldiers also came and looked in these fields, in these pastures, and saw us. Hey boys, come on, let's go, the war's over for you. That's why they shouted.
They shouted, yeah.
The Schneider, he wanted to shoot with his pistol on this
Your fellow
stand.
soldier. He wanted to shoot them with his pistol. Yeah,
yeah, with his pistol.
What did you
And
say
the
to
lieutenant said to him, throw the pistol away. You are crazy.
Yeah.
You can't do with a pistol a tank.
The war was indeed over for Paul, not for his family. His village in eastern Germany became part of Poland. His father, a farmer, was killed by Russian soldiers, his sister raped. But defeat gave Paul, like much of Germany, a new lease of life. He became a prisoner of war in Scotland and America, learned English and joined the diplomatic service. Was he afraid on D-Day?
Nein, mit 18 Jahren, es war eine neue Situation für mich.
Positiv oder negativ?
Jetzt beginnt es endlich, dass wir das hinter uns bringen. I saw these 1,000 ships, and I thought.
You knew it was over.
Then I should better make peace with America and England, and only keep the Russians away from Berlin, because my family was near in the east of Pomerania. At first, there came the Russian there.
You were much more afraid of the Russians than of the Americans and the
That's
British.
what I thought.
It was time for Paul and Harry to meet on neutral ground in the Café de la Digue in Kabul.
And I'm so glad to see you and to hold your hand and say, bless you, we are partners. Once we were on a different side, but we are partners together in the rebuilding of the world.
That's why I find very fine.
That's right.
Yes,
And,
that's right.
and I'm just so glad to see you.
We understand each other.
When you were here and you were fighting for survival, the idea that one day, 75 years later, let alone jumping out of a plane, you would be sitting here with a German former soldier who was on the other side having this conversation.
Not at that time, although my common sense told me that there were people very peacefully minded, and their voices so often were silenced.
What would your advice be to young people? Dein Rat für junge Leute?
Für junge Leute, look at the cemeteries where the people died for us. Because we have the peace for 75 years old. Peace, keep the peace, get with you.
And
now
you.
we are friends.
We are more than that. We are more than that. We are brothers.
Aww.
Harry Reid and Paul Golds, brothers and friends. Well, I'm joined now by two more men who landed here in Normandy, Bill Gladen and Dicky Forrester. Thanks very much to both of you for coming on the programme. You saw the film that we just aired of the German veteran and the British veteran meeting. What did you think when you saw that, Bill?
Well, I was rather impressed. It's the first time I've seen a ex-German soldier and a British soldier meeting.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
You've never met any German soldiers yourself?
No, none whatsoever.
What about you, Dicky?
Well, I always used to see one called Willie that used to go to Pegasus Bridge every year, and they sort of adopted him until he died. But he's been dead some time now, but the parents sort of talked to him like a mascot.
Right.
But I'll never let him inside.
She's the woman who owns the cafe, right?
No, Germans are not allowed inside the cafe.
We had her on the programme yesterday, yes.
If Germans go in, they have to go in the back.
She's quite a formidable grande dame, is that
She's
right?
a wonderful lady. I gave her flowers yesterday. And, she's a nice lady.
So, Bill, when you came over, you came by glider, and you were the first glider to ever take a tank. Explain that to us. I mean, the idea of a glider coming into Normandy is just astonishing.
Well, it's just that I was in the Armoured Corps where we had the Valentines, and then I went with Hobart. I'm on the East Coast of Orphaness. I was one of his dispatch riders. And then they asked the volunteers for the Airborne Armoured Corps, so I went with them. And we were at Lark Hill where we did our training, and then we were taken to Turret Ruston in Dorset, and a fortnight before D-Day, we put barbed wire out to stop people getting in, stop us going out, because we weren't allowed out.
Because there was a big secret, wasn't it,
Yes,
using these gliders?
yes. And they had briefed us as well, you see.
And they used the gliders so that the Germans couldn't hear them in the middle of the night as they came across.
Yeah, we came in D-Day afternoon, because 22nd Independent Parachute Battalion, they went in first to blow the poles out the field. There was all poles in the field. But little did they know, our glider was that big, we would have missed the poles.
Right.
But the horses, it would have taken the wings off.
And there was a tank on the glider?
Yeah, we had a tank and 6 motorbikes, 350 matches. I was on the bikes, actually.
And you were injured soon after you landed, right? Or?
Yeah, I landed on the 6th. I was wounded on the 18th.
Right.
And
what happened?
Well, we'd been out on because we did all the recce work for 6th Airborne Division, and we'd been out this particular day. I come back to the orchard at Ronville, and I was just about to grew up tipping out some water, and there was a bang, and I was on my back.
Right.
And I didn't know then, but I was told afterwards that a tiger had come into our orchard and blasted us. So I don't know whether it's his 88 or his machine gun that got me. But it took all the front of my ankle away. I just the Achilles on my foot.
Dicky, what do you remember most about those first few days of the invasion?
Well, first of all, I was frightened. Secondly, I was seasick. I was so
That's
sick.
not a good combination, is it?
I thought I was dead. Oh, it's a terrible feeling, seasickness. So I never recovered for about 2 days. I felt very guilty about it.
And just describe that moment when you came off the boat and you had to rush onto the beach.
Well, I didn't have to do that because I was laying there in a shocking state.
Really?
And the sergeant pulled me out and left me there, and a medical orderly came on and done it. And he said to this captain, he said, this man's not too good, he might be dying. He said, you're damn fool, he's got seasickness.
And, you know, this has been such a poignant occasion for so many people. I mean, for you, obviously, who were here, but also for those who weren't here and try to imagine. What did today mean to you, perhaps compared to some of the other anniversaries you've been attending?
It's the same as every one I've ever done.
Really?
I'll tell you what, my old chairman, Arthur Middleton, God bless him, was Black Watch. And he said, when you go away with it, we used to go away, they'd come here every year. I've been coming here over 30 years. He said, you must wear your medals.
You've got a lot of them.
Well, that's window dressing. You must wear your medals because the people who lie underneath you that you remember never had a chance to wear them, and they were entitled to. And also you can explain to the people, they're not all French, they come from Holland, they come from America. Explain why you're there. They see, oh, this man was here, or he was something to do with it. So they fit in together. And that's my opinion. And every time I come back, it's a joy.
What do you think people should remember most from this occasion? What do you want young people especially to take away from
Don't
this?
go to war, because it doesn't get you anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just an absolute waste of time.
Absolute
Victory
waste
is
of
nice,
time.
but it's very, very dear. There are lots of youngsters laying out there in the cemetery. We are in the 90s and 20s, killed and maimed. We don't want that to happen again.
You lost friends, both of you, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, my dearest friends I've lost, they've died since the war, which I miss very much.
I've got two friends that lay in Ronville Cemetery. I've visited yesterday, and I normally try to find them. And I helped carry them over. They were both killed. 3 days later, they were carrying me over. So
Okay.
that was it.
Both of you, thank you very much indeed, Bill Gladen, Dicky Forrester. Thank you so much for coming in. It's been really wonderful talking to you.
Oh my goodness. This was so emotional to watch. But above all, I loved what Forrester said. One of the elderly people, in the interview, towards the last part of the video, I loved what Forrester said about, war. He advised that don't go to war. It's a total waste of time. It's not just a total waste of time. It's just going to bring nothing but sadness to the people involved. Even if you've won the war or not, some people that you love are going to end up dying, which brings sorrow and mourning into the picture. So what has the war even solved? Just causing people dying anyhow, causing sadness. It's really a total waste of time, if you'd ask me. I do hope that all these wars here and there should just end, for goodness sake, because it brings nothing but sadness. I'm gonna keep saying that. Why can't countries just have dialogue? Why can't they just come to an understanding? Like, what's the need for war? What's the need of killing soldiers? What's the need of killing innocent citizens? What's the need of the violence? I really can't understand. I can't wrap my head around it. I honestly loved when the two enemies, in quotes, came together and called themselves brothers and friends. You see what dialogue does to people? All right, beautiful people, let me know what you think about this in the comments. And yes, guys, I've come to the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do not forget to give the video a fast thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing to the beautiful channel, okay? And also, guys, do not forget to click the bell just beside the subscribe button, so anytime I upload a video like this one, you definitely be the first to know, okay? All right, guys, with that being said, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.